Purusha Eka Yahastate Siddhyaja Ye Hari Varinchi Hari Tisangya Swayam Sitatra Kalusat Patanur Nanamshu. Please repeat. Sattvam, goodness. Raja, passion. Tama, the darkness of ignorance. Iti, thus, prakrite, of the material nature. Guna, qualities. Tai, by them. Yukta, associated with. Para, transcendental. Purusha, the personality. Eka, one. Iha asya, of this material world. Tate, accepts. Stiti adaye, for the matter of creation. Maintenance. And destruction. Etc. Hari, Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Virinchi, Brahma. Hara, Lord Shiva. Iti, thus. Sangya, different features. Svayamsi, ultimate benefit. Tatra, therein. Kalu, of course. Sattva, goodness. Tano, form. Nirnam, of the human being. Syu, derived. Translation purport by His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Can we turn the slide on here? Yeah, good. The transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, namely passion, goodness, and ignorance. And just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and destruction, he accepts the three qualities, or three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Of these three, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Lord Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness. That Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary parts, should be rendered devotional service, as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. Lord Sri Krishna and all his plenary parts are Vishnu Tattva, or the Lordship of Godhead. From Sri Krishna, the next manifestation is Baladev. From Baladev is Sankarshan. From Sankarshan is Narayan. From Narayan there is the second Sankarshan. And from this Sankarshan, the Vishnu Purusha avatars. The Vishnu, or the deity of the quality of goodness in the material world, is the Purusha avatar known as Kshirodakasai Vishnu, or Paramatma. Brahma is the deity of Rajas, passion, and Shiva of ignorance. They are the three departmental heads of the three qualities of this material world. Creation is made possible by the goodness of Vishnu, and when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by Tandav Anutya. So this is how Krishna is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature. Because creation is made possible by the goodness of Vishnu. And when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by his Tandava Nritya. So in this way, he's indirectly associated. The materialist and the foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively, but the pure transcendentalist worship the form of goodness, Vishnu, in his various forms. Vishnu is manifested by his millions and billions of integrated forms and separated forms. The integrated forms are called Godhead, and the separated forms are called the living entities, or the jivas. Both the jivas and Godhead have their original spiritual forms. Jivas are sometimes subjected to the control of the material energy, but the Vishnu forms are always controllers of this energy. When Vishnu, the personality of God, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned living beings who are under the material energy. See, this is this is the kindness of Krishna, that the living entity, we've turned away from Krishna pretty much to try to be Krishna, take his position, try to be the enjoyers, proprietors, overlording the material nature. But Krishna, he's so kind that although we've left him, tried to take his position, he comes and tries to help us. So this is the kindness of Krishna, very kind. And there's a verse, Ahobakyungstanakala Kutam. This also shows the kindness of Krishna, that sometimes the demons would try to kill Krishna. Just like we heard yesterday also, Kaliya, he's tried to kill Krishna. But Krishna gave him mercy, he became a devotee. And Putana also tried to kill Krishna. But Krishna's in his kindness, he just took the good side of it, approached like a mother. So this is again the kindness of Krishna. Maya Mukta Jivara Nahi Sati Krishna Gyan Jivara Krishna Veda Pran. That the living entity cannot revive their Krishna consciousness on their own. Imagine if we were trying to be devotees of Krishna and there was no Bhagavad Gita, no Srimad Bhagavatam, no Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada had not come. I mean, good luck, right? I mean, this is what, this is the inspiration of devotees, is this wisdom given to us by Krishna and Prabhupada. So the living entity can't revive their Krishna consciousness on their own. And there's people out there right now, they're out there trying to become liberated on their own. But there's, it's useless. So Krishna comes himself and gives us the absolute knowledge, and he sends his pure devotee as well to guide us. And Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarvadharmam Parityajya Mamikam Swaram Vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. But then Lord Chaitanya comes and shows us how to surrender. He becomes a devotee. So this is also the kindness. In Kali Yuga, it's hard to be a devotee. Kala Kalir Balina Indriya Vairi Varga Shi Bhakti Marga Shi Bhakti Marga Kanta Kalala Rupan. That this, in the age of Kali, the senses are very powerful. And in this age, the path of bhakti is spiked by thousands of thorny obstacles. So many obstacles. It says thousands. This is spoken by Prabhupada Saraswati. But what does Krishna say? Krishna says, Machchita sarvadagani maprasada trishati atacha kang hankaram no soshasi vananchasi. Krishna says, if you become conscious of me, you'll cross over all the obstacles on your journey, on your path of bhakti. If, however, you act out of false ego, then you won't be able to hear. So, this is another kindness of Krishna. Just think of Krishna. Smartavyastaratam Vishnu or Vishnartavina Jatuchit. There's so many rules and regulations in the Vedas, but these two are the most important. Always remember Krishna. Don't forget him. Most important rules. Always remember that's positive, negative, don't forget. Remember, don't forget. Right. And in the, I think the Vishnu Purana, it is said, Sahanti Sama Mahachchidram, Samohasana Navidram, Tan Muhurtam Shinam Vapi Vasudevam, the Chintayat, that for one moment in which we are not thinking of Krishna, that is the greatest failure. Yeah. Failing in school is not the greatest failure. Losing a job is not the greatest failure. The greatest failure is to forget Krishna for a moment. It's not over yet, there's 4 of them. It's the greatest failure, it's the greatest loss, it's the greatest illusion, and it's the greatest anomaly. To forget Krishna for a moment. Whew. That's like, how many moments do we forget Krishna in the day? Right? So we got a lot of work to do, yeah. A lot of purification to get to that point where we're always thinking of Krishna. This is the goal, to always think of Krishna. And this comes by hearing. Eventually we become attached to Krishna. In the Vedas, it's stated, Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitamati Kriyatam Yadi Kutopya Tataloyam Apimoyam Janma Koti Sukacharna Labhyate. That if one performs pious activities for many, many thousands of lives, one cannot achieve perfection. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita. But perfection is achieved by rendering devotional service to Krishna. And to achieve this, one has to be, it's actually stated loyam. One has to be very greedy. One has to have an intense desire to attain this Krishna Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitam Kriyatam Yadi Kutopi Tatraloyam Apam Janma Koti Sukunarlavate. So we have to have an intense desire, pray for that intense desire to serve Krishna. When Krishna, he sees that. He sees everything. There's nothing he doesn't see. So if he sees this strong desire to serve him, then he helps. He gives us some determination. And it's stated also, akama, sarakama, moksakama udarati, tivrena bhakti yoga yajeta purusampra. That whether one is full of material desires, anybody here full of material desires? Has no material desires, or is desiring liberation, he said, worship Krishna. Tivra bhakti, with intense devotion. There's that word again, tivra bhakti, with intense desire to please him. So we should live to please Krishna. This is what satisfies the soul, service to Krishna. Just like there's this devotee. Well, actually, he started out with a very big material desire. He wanted to have a kingdom greater than that of Lord Brahma, because he was offended by his stepmother. He wanted to get on the lap of his father, and his stepmother said, "You can't get on his lap. If you want to get on his lap, you have to take birth from my womb." This is Dhruva. She was a little puffed up, little rascal. So, and his father didn't say anything, because she was the pet queen. He was attracted. So then he's a kshatriya, so he was on fire. So he went to his mother and explained what happened. She said, "You have to get the mercy of Lord Vishnu," because Suruchi said, if you want that, then you'll have to worship Lord Vishnu. So she was little. Something was there. Some sanity was there. And then Suniti said, "Yeah, she's right. You have to get the mercy of Lord Vishnu." He said, "Well, where do I find him?" Well, she said, "Well, sages, they go to the forest." He's a 5-year-old boy. She didn't think he was going to take it serious. So he just went off to the forest. And he's meditating. And Narada Muni, he's Trikalagya, he knows everything. So he shows up and says, "Hey, boy, what are you doing? Just don't take this so seriously. Just go play. Thank you for your instructions, Narada, but I'm busy here. Thank you." But so he's doing his meditation. And then what was the mantra he gave? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he chanted that mantra, and he was able to. He was so sincere and so serious that Lord Vishnu appeared, revealed himself. So then he appeared, and he said, "Isn't there something you wanted?" He felt ashamed. So he said, "Ka chang viching vang api divya ratnang swamin kutadosi uvanam diache." Kachan, he said, I was looking for some broken glass. He wanted a kingdom greater than that of Lord Brahma. So after getting purified, he considered the kingdom of Lord Brahma, or a kingdom greater than that of Lord Brahma, to be like broken glass. Now, what can you do with broken glass? Anything? I guess sometimes they use it on floors, but then they sand it down so no one cuts their. That's about the only use it as a floor. Practically no use. Pretty much everybody just throws it away. Glass, or they recycle now. They recycle. So yeah, he just said that this kingdom of Lord Brahma, greater than that of Lord, is just like broken glass. But now, Kachang Viting Yang Api Divya Ratnam. Now I've attained Divya Ratnam, the greatest jewel. That's Krishna. So I'm no longer interested. I'm not interested in anything in this world now. Now I just want to serve. Now I just want to serve you. So this is the mercy of Krishna. That a living entity can give up all material desires and just want to please Krishna, to serve Krishna. This is what satisfies the soul. This is what satisfies the soul. This is why a devotee is satisfied. Krishna Bhakti Nishkama. He has no material desires. Why? He's satisfied serving Krishna. But Krishna Bhakti Nishkama Ateva Shanta. He's Shanti, he's peaceful. Mukti. But those persons who have material desires, who want liberation, mukti, siddhi kami, mystic perfections, they can't be peaceful. They make a show like they're peaceful, like they're detached. But I think there was one Prabhupada was in India, and he was traveling around with devotees, and they went to one city, and one devotee saw one newspaper article of this so-called sadhu. He was in front of a pile of money, Lakshmi, but he was like this, like he's not interested. And Prabhupada said, "That's nonsense. You could take a picture of me like this also. Yeah. Give me the money." Because he'll use it in the service of Krishna. This is real detachment. To utilize things that can be utilized in the service of Krishna, in the service of Krishna. I think there was also in India, there was some spiritual group that were giving out some pamphlets, trying to promote their, and devotees took them and said, "Prabhupada, look at these." They gave us these. And Prabhupada said, "Use them as plates." Use them as plates. Don't throw them, just use them as plates. Utilize it for something. So, and sometimes people would criticize. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was the first sannyasi to go around in a car. Sannyasi was just walk. And he was wearing a suit for preaching. And it's said that a sannyasi should never cross never cross the ocean, I think, right? Never cross the ocean. But Prabhupada said, nonsense. There's supposed to be like a rule, sannyasis don't do that. Then, how Krishna consciousness spread all over the world. Pritiviti achiyat in Nagaradigram, Sarvatapachoya, Moina. That it's said that the teachings of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we spread to every town and village of the world. Well, how's that going to happen if you don't cross the ocean? And you can't swim. So he took a boat the first time. And after that, he was flying all over. Parivarakacharya, all over the world, preaching Krishna consciousness. So it's interesting that this one godbrother Prabhupada, he read this verse, Priti Viti Achayata Nagaradigram, Bengali, Priti Viti Achayata Nagaradigram, Sarva Trapacharave Morenam. That the name of Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was spread to every town and village in the world. So one godbrother thought, how is this possible? He thought there must be some error there, some mistake. How is that possible? So Prabhupada used to invite, just like you're inviting people here, so Prabhupada would invite people at his home in Calcutta. So maybe about 6 or 7 devotees, and he asked the devotees, what do you think of this statement in the Chaitanya Charitamrita? And devotees didn't know what to say, but Prabhupada, he said, yes, we have to have firm faith that this will happen. And we've seen that our guru, he's sending people to London, to England, different places. Of course, they didn't have any success, but he's in that mood of spreading the message. So Prabhupada had that firm faith. And then he said, but it's not going to happen by any of you. So then, now fast forward, now that was about in the 1930s sometime. So and now in the 1970s, that same godbrother Prabhupada, now he's in India somewhere, and he sees a Western devotee, Caucasian, like me, Sika and Dhoti and Kurta and Brahmachari and Japa beads and neck beads, and he was shocked. He'd never seen it. So he went up to him and he said, excuse me, where are you from? He said, I'm from America. You're from America? Okay, how did this happen? He said, oh, this is the mercy of my guru. And he had a book and he showed the picture of Prabhupada. he's looking at the picture. He said, Abhay Babu. Abhay Babu, you did it. You did it. So Prabhupada did it. And it's still happening all over the world. People are becoming devotees. And the prediction was there, so it's happening. It's going to happen more and more. We just have to also be a part of it. Sankirtan movement. In the early days, we were a movement, but we weren't a society. We were small. There weren't many devotees. Right? We didn't have many temples, not many devotees. We're a movement trying to move ahead. But now we're a society. We're all over the world. We have, 800 temples now or something. Thousands and thousands of devotees all over the world. Everybody's heard of Hare Krishna. So we're a society, but we have to keep the movement going. We shouldn't stop the movement. We got to keep moving. We want to increase and increase and increase. So that's what the Sankirtan movement is about. It's spreading the glories of Lord Chaitanya, spreading the glories of Krishna, because this is what is most needed. So continuing this purport. Such living beings appear in the material world with intentions of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of nature. As such, the living entities have to change their material coverings for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. So we're prisoners. Now there's different types of prisons, There's I was just reading those stories about the people in prison who are devotees now. And there's one prison, one part of the prison is called the hole. Called the hole. The hole, yeah. And that's solitary confinement. If you do something nonsense, you get in a fight or something, they put you in the hole. So this one devotee, he's writing from the hole. He did something wrong. He got in an argument, so he got in a fight. So they put him in the hole, the solitary confinement, which is the worst. Then they're lenient. Sometimes they're lenient. They'll let you actually go out and come back. And then there's also something called house arrest, which was given by Mandela. Yeah, he was in prison for 22 years, but because he became so popular, they let him out, and he was in house arrest. But he's still in prison. He can't go anywhere, but he got a nice house now, which is a nice prison, but it's still prison. So, he appreciated that they gave him a house, but I want to be free. Yeah. Right? We all want to be free. So real freedom from the prison of the material world is when we're free of the modes of nature. When we're free of the modes of nature. When we're free of the bodily conception of life. When we realize that we're the soul within, that we're part of Krishna, servants of Krishna, then we're free. Although we're in the material world, iha yasya harer dashe karmana manasagira. Anybody who engages their mind, body, and words in the service of Krishna is liberated even within this very lifetime. And therefore, Vishwam Purna Sukhayate, as I mentioned yesterday, even though we're in the material world, we're happy because we're free of the modes of nature. People want freedom, but they have no idea what real freedom is. It's not just you're free to go from this country to that country. No. To be free of the bodily conception of life, to be free of the modes of nature. This is real freedom. And to have love for Krishna, that's the ultimate freedom. When we're free to love Krishna. When we're free of the modes of nature, then we're free to love Krishna. As long as we're under the modes of nature, there's that contamination is there. The prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under instruction of the personality of Godhead. And at the conclusion of a kalpa, the whole thing is destroyed by Shiva. He does his dance of destruction. That must be quite a dance. Dance of destruction. But as far as maintenance of the prison house is concerned, it is done by Vishnu. As much as the state prison house is maintained by the state. So Lord Shiva, he does the destruction. Lord Brahma, he does the creation. And Vishnu, he does the most difficult things. Maintenance. Just like maintaining this house. It's not easy. Building it, they probably did it, maybe a few months. Right? Yeah. And then to destroy it, so some bulldozers and just knock her right down. But to maintain, that's a little more difficult. So Vishnu, he takes the hard part. And there was one point where the sages wanted to find out who of them was supreme. So Bhrigu Muni was given that task of finding out who was supreme amongst the three, because these are the three prominent leaders. So he went to Lord Brahma, and he's a son of Lord Brahma, and he didn't offer any respects to Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma became very angry. He became angry, but he didn't go any further than that. But it was very clear that he was upset. Then he went to his brother, Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is his brother, so he went to embrace him. He said, "Oh yeah, wait a second. Whoa, you got all these ashes, you got the snakes, you're Muchi." And Lord Shiva, he was ready to kill him. He was ready to kill him. So Parvati said, "No, you can't kill him. He's your brother. Calm down." Now, actually, with Lord Brahma, it was just a mental offense. And then Shiva, it was verbal. So then he went to Lord Vishnu and he kicked him, which is the worst. Corporal punishment, that's like the worst thing. So, but what did Lord Vishnu do? He said, "Oh, Bhrigu, please, I hope my chest didn't hurt your foot. And please forgive me, I didn't receive you nicely." He's apologizing. So Bhrigu Muni, he was like, "Wow, okay, Vishnu is definitely supreme." And it's described that upon interacting with Vishnu like this, he started dancing. He started dancing. He was so happy that he had found who the real Lord is. He was so happy. But Lakshmi Devi, she wasn't happy because he kicked the chest of her Lord. So from that, she cursed that Brahmanas will never have Lakshmi. They'll never have wealth. But there's some exceptions in that. In ISKCON, there's some exceptions. But we use it in the service of Krishna. So continuing with the purport. Anyone, therefore, who wishes to get out of this prison house of material existence, which is full of miseries, like repetition of birth, death, disease, and old age, must please Lord Vishnu for such liberation. Like we're giving people an opportunity to go back to the spiritual world. No death, no old age, no disease, no anxiety. Here is kunta, it's anxiety. So we're giving them an opportunity to go where it's just joy, this happiness, eternality, knowledge, and bliss. And who's interested in going? Practically nobody. Even devotees come and they join and they practice for years. And then they leave. And Prabhupada said, he said, be surprised about those who stay, not those who leave, because Maya is very powerful. But Krishna's given us an opportunity to go back home. We just have to take it very seriously. Lord Vishnu is worshipped by devotional service only. And if anyone has to continue prison life in the material world, he may ask for relative facilities for temporary relief from the different demigods like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Varuna. No demigod, however, can release the imprisoned living being from the conditioned life of material existence. This can be done only by Vishnu. Therefore, the ultimate benefit may be derived from Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you for coming, Srila Prabhupada, and giving us your devotional ecstasies. Ecstatic purport. Huh? Any question or comment? Yes.
So, as you said, like this Krishna consciousness movement will grow.
Could you come closer so that devotees can also listen?
So, as you mentioned, like the Krishna consciousness movement, it will continue to grow. And I also heard about the golden age of Kali Yuga, that's 10,000 period.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, we're in the golden age. So far, we've been through 500 years. There's 9,500 years left. So this is a chance for people to take to Krishna consciousness. And the best way that people are getting this opportunity, this chance, is by receiving books. Yeah. And therefore, Prabhupada said the most important activity is giving this knowledge out, because this is how people can connect to Krishna. Of course, there's Harinam, there's prasad distribution. But the advantage of book distribution is that people, they get this knowledge and they also get the holy name. Like I learned how to chant Hare Krishna from reading Prabhupada's books. And what's nice is in the books, it's also explained why we chant the holy names. And even, how to do it. So it's, so in book distribution, we're also doing Harinam because we're distributing the holy name. It's very common that people do Harinam, devotees are doing Harinam, and people come and they ask, well, what are you doing? What's this about? They haven't a clue. But when we distribute books, they're getting the holy name. Therefore, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he called book distribution the Brihat Mridanga. Brihat means big, right? Brihat Mridanga, the big Mridanga, because people are getting books and they're sometimes they're getting books and they live, 10,000 miles away. They take the book. It's like we used to distribute books in the airport. I distributed books in the airport for 14 years. Actually, I still do when I go traveling. I bring books with me. I distribute in the airports. So people get a book there in the airports, and then they go to their home, thousands of miles away. So the Brihat Mridanga. Here we can hear a mridanga maybe a block away. Of course, with this little mridanga here, not even that far. But the Brihat Mridanga goes all over the world. Now we've distributed well over 500 million books, and they're in people's homes right now. Some are just sitting there waiting, like a time bomb, just waiting. Tick, 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 just waiting. But some people are reading. So, yeah. This is the most important activity in this golden age of Kali. Yeah, you have another?
So, Prabhu, when you go for book distribution, if we want to convince someone in 5 minutes, what should we tell?
We have less than 5 minutes. Sometimes they're in a hurry. We got a few seconds.
Yeah. What should we like say? We
We
go to
just-
here like grocery
Yeah, if it's
store.
a real quick one, it's yoga, meditation, philosophy, or monks, give a donation. If there's a big hurry. But generally, we show the books. Like I personally, I show the pictures a little bit, and then I tell them this is meant to help us, higher consciousness, inner peace, and we just ask for donations. So, we don't say much.
We can ask if there's anything
Any
else.
question from our internet friends? Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai.
Vijaya Prabhu ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.